Hello my fair friends, I'm Ruby Ruse, this is Baby Bunny, and welcome to Fairy Fortunes. On today's episode, I wanted to talk about the subject of dream work. Personally, I believe that dreams are a personal message from our own subconsciousness, and I do think that they are worth looking into, even if you are not a magical practitioner, because there is a lot of information in our dreams. A dream can also be a download of information. It can help us process all of the things that happen to us during the day and our life journey. So dreams are very important and can be a very magical experience, even for those of us who do not regularly practice magic. So the reality is that everybody dreams. There is a condition called Charcot-Willebrand, which is a syndrome that limits the optical images in dreams, but it is very rare, and it is usually caused by a significant brain injury. But even so, even with this syndrome, is that people still do dream, they just do so with a limited optical element to those dreams. So when you're working with dreams, a lot of people think that a dream dictionary is the way to go. And I think that dream dictionaries can be helpful. They can spark your imagination. But here's what I don't like about standardized dream dictionaries. Symbols are, in general, very subjective and open to personal interpretation. So when I go to a museum and I experience a piece of art, it is going to spark in me and move me in a way that is going to be completely different from your experience, because we have different life journeys, we have different likes and dislikes, and certain artworks are going to convey a completely different message to different individuals. So with that, and the reason I bring that up is because art is very readily available, easy identifiable work of symbolism. So that is what dreams are. They are a work of symbolism, and it's a very personal symbol that's being conveyed. So if in an artwork situation we can have two very different and very valid interpretations of that symbol, then when you're dreaming, that symbol is even more so a personal experience. So using a standardized dream dictionary can help spark your imagination. It can help you get thinking about different topics and explore different avenues that you may not have thought about. And while I think they can be helpful, I don't think that a standardized dream dictionary is really what dream interpretation and what dream symbology really is about. So I think the best way to work with dream symbolism, because I do think it's a worthwhile pursuit, and definitely dreams can help develop your personal creativity. Working with dreams can help you with your divination skills. Dreams can help you with your premonition skills as well. So, and sometimes it's just learning about how to identify patterns in your life as well. So dream interpretation doesn't have to be a magical experience, but I often think that many things are magical experiences. So dream work is definitely something to explore in your magical work. So one of the best things that I think a person can do when they're trying to do dream work, when they're trying to explore magic, is to keep a dream journal. Now, and when you keep this dream journal, the idea is to make notes on images that you found in your dreams and impressions that you had, maybe some emotions that you felt in your dreams. All of these things should be recorded in a dream journal. And if you keep those records, you will be able to identify and see some patterns that occur. And certain symbols will probably appear for certain types of repeating themes in your life. And so, instead of consulting a dream dictionary, when you keep your dream journal, you're actually creating your own personal dream dictionary. Now, given that, dreams are exceptionally difficult to remember. And that's another process of keeping the dream journal, is that if you are actively working with your dreams, you may find that you actually remember a little bit more of your dreams. But it is very difficult to remember those dreams. In fact, the simple act of getting out of bed to turn on the light and grab a journal can sometimes make that dream disappear. So if you do want to explore these options and you've never tried working with dreams before, I would highly recommend that you keep a notebook or some kind of writing device right near your bed so that you don't even really have to make much effort to turn on a light and start collecting some dream information. Another helpful option might be is if you're a person that's an auditory person, you might find that working with a voice recorder would work for you better than trying to write it out, because a writing would incorporate if you wanted to write down these images and these feelings, you would have to probably turn on a light source in order to do that. So a voice recorder may actually be a better option for some of you out there. And just remember that some of your impressions when you wake up in the morning and look over your dream journal may not make sense at first glance. I was doing some dream work myself not too long ago, and I had to laugh at one of the recordings that I wrote in the middle of the night, and that was, "Everything in life is beautiful," which was a very beautiful message to receive that morning, but really was kind of funny and very was kind of remarkable, and a fit of laughter when I discovered that little dream impression that I had. So, and I have to, when people ask me, are dreams just dreams? Like we get that a lot. In modern day society, a lot of people like to say, oh, it was just a dream. If you have a nightmare, oh, don't worry, it's just a dream. I don't think that you necessarily need to worry if you have disturbing dreams, but I do think that disturbing dreams are certainly potent messages. And they are messages that your subconscious mind is really trying to get through to you. So I think it's important that when we have these disturbing dreams, that we look at what's going on in our lives and trying to figure out what message is trying to be conveyed in those journals. What message is trying to be conveyed in those dreams. And I think that all dreams are truly messages from the subconscious, even if the message is as simple as, I would really like to eat some bacon for breakfast in the morning. That your subconscious is clearly conveying to you their preference for what you want to eat in the morning. So I do think that all dreams do have some kind of significance, even if it is a simple and mundane one. Now, that said, I find that the dreams where the images really stick out in my mind are very, very important. For example, I have had two dreams in the very recent past that I think are very, very connected. For some reason, in these two dreams, I was dreaming about stones. So in the first dream, I dreamed that my father had gifted me a pair of earrings, of amethyst earrings, that had been carved into the shape of a butterfly. And I immediately thought to myself, oh, that's so lovely and perfect. I can't wait to wear those when I tell fortunes at festivals. Then the second dream was I was at an event where I was not telling fortunes. It was simply a very mundane event. And myself and some other people were being issued tokens as entry into this event. And it was very much, the word was token. And the tokens were once again stones that had been carved into various animals. And one of the animal that I chose was a rabbit, because I knew that when I was in the dream, I had a conscious thought of, oh, I have to choose the rabbit because Bunny would appreciate that. So I chose the rabbit as my token into this event. Then the other animals, my two companions that were with me, my male companion chose a rhinoceros, and my female companion, who was actually a child, chose a pig. The pig I knew was made of rose quartz, and the rhinoceros was some kind of marbled stone. And then there was a turtle stone that was not chosen, and I remember thinking in the dream, oh, it's very important that the turtle was not chosen. Now, with these images, I've been exploring some of what these symbols might and might not mean, but I do find it very interesting that I had two dreams that very clearly were about stones that had been carved into living beings. And then the other connection was that in both situations I very much felt connected to my work with the festivals. So in the first one I was very excited that these earrings I could wear at a festival, and in the second I was like, oh, I have to choose the rabbit as my token because Bunny would appreciate that. So they were very much concerned with my work as a fortune teller. So, and I remember also thinking that the fact that the turtle was not chosen as a token was very, very important. And you'll have to excuse me, Crowley Cat is just telling me all about her life right now. Are you upset that you got stuck in the basement with me while I recorded videos? You gonna come up? Hi! You gonna make a cameo appearance? I don't know what her obsession is with the YouTube studio, but she's often in the YouTube studio. She just thinks it's really fun. Yes, and she lets me pet her there. All right, so anyway, the turtle was important. Now, I did think it was very interesting that there was a rabbit and a turtle, because there is, of course, the fairy tale story of the tortoise and the hare, where the hare thinks that there is no way that they can lose in a situation, and then the tortoise wins the race through persistence, and whereas the hare loses the race due to arrogance greatly. So I thought of that. That's one of the elements that I'm exploring in my dream journal, is perhaps I'm looking at that some of the themes might be arrogance and persistence. That might be something that's going on with that dream. But I do feel that the symbols are connected. So I had an amethyst butterfly. I had and the stone of the rabbit was white in color. So it was either mother of pearl or it was an opal. I'm leaning towards that the rabbit was an opal. So exploring what these, I have done magical work with stones in the past, and it was really more of an experiment than anything else. So when I was running this experiment, yes, Bunny and Crowley are very good friends. They love to play. So when I was exploring magic with stones, I thought to myself, oh yes, this is definitely something that I want to work more with. I do think that stone symbology, and I do think that stones are beings in and of themselves, so it's something that I do want to work with more, but I have not given myself the opportunity to get back to that work. So maybe my subconscious mind is trying to inform me that now is the time to get back to that. That could also be a reason for those messages. But if you are interested in doing, so those are some of the things that I'm exploring in my dream journal right now, is looking at those themes and really doing some journal entries. Another great way to explore dream work is to do meditation on words and themes that stick out with you when you think about those images. But I think that really it's important to remember that while dream dictionaries can help spark your imagination, ultimately you need to start compiling your own dictionary for your own dreams. And if you are interested in exploring more on dream work, I do have another book to recommend to you. I highly, highly recommend this book. I would say for any person that is interested in exploring dream work or is interested in beginning a magical practice and never has thought of doing magic before, this is definitely the book that I would give a first-time magical practitioner as a gift. So this is one of my top 10 favorite books probably of all times. It is called Conscious Dreaming, and the author is Robert Moss. That's M-O-S-S. This dream book is not a dictionary. You will not find any symbol definitions in this book. This book is more about exercises. It's more about exploring the themes of your dream work, and it very much coincides with what I've been talking about today, with keeping that dream journal and keeping a record of your dreams so that you can use that information in the future. Yes, Crowley agrees wholeheartedly. And also, animals are said to dream as well. A lot of people think that animals are somehow, when I say animals, I mean non-human animals, is that humans tend to think that they are above animals spiritually and consciously and logically. I actually do not think that way. I think that each animal has their own gift to give the universe. And I do think that animals have a dream world, and they do have a very spiritual life. In some ways, I think animals that are not human are often more spiritual than human beings because they are in direct contact with the natural elements and nature. What do you think, Crowley Cat? She agrees. Yes, she does. I guess she's very excited. I have the other cats. I have 4. You've met Castiel, and you've met Bing. Bing has been a guest star on the show as well. I do have a 4th cat. Hi. His name is Lion, and he is named Lion as in the Cowardly Lion. So that is why he's never appeared in a video. He just wants nothing to do with the public at all. So, yes, so I have 4 cats. So she's probably very excited that she gets me all to herself right now. So, but anyway, I highly, highly recommend this book. Like I said, it is one of my top 10 favorite books probably of all time. If you are new to magic or new to dream work, or even if you are if you have been practicing for many, many years, you are going to find something useful, I believe, in this book. So, if you do dream work, or if you have any thoughts and opinions on the stones, the animal stones that I mentioned about my 2 dreams, I would surely love to hear about it in the comments below. This book will be listed in the description box so that you can buy it yourself. And with that, have a fairyful day. What do you think, Crowley? Yeah? Come on up. We're talking about dreams, Crowley Cat. How are you? Yeah? What do you think of dreams? Yeah? You think you are a dream? I think so too. Hi. Hi. How are you? You're so funny. Oh, I'm getting love. Are you loving me? Yeah? You loving me? I love to be loved. I do. You're so funny. You're such a funny girl. You don't like to have me pet you. How come you're letting me pet you now? Yeah? You hanging out with Bunny? Hi. Hi, love. This is Crowley Cat. She's been on the channel before, and she's on my Facebook page. So if you don't follow me already, you should follow me on Facebook, because Crowley's on there. Yeah. Hi. Alright, so I guess we're going to continue this video with a black cat in the way. You're going to sit down? You're going to sit on my notes? You're going to sit on my notes? Yeah? Yeah? You funny girl?